Next instructor, an abbreviated instruction, block of instruction, is the famous or infamous Barbara from Harlem, depending upon what side of the ideological spectrum you stand. In my opinion, famous. And I had a chance to meet, I've known about her for a while, but I met her at a Second Amendment rally and Flag Day rally in Massachusetts, just about maybe 30, 40 miles east of here. And I got a copy of her book, Escaping the Racism of Low Expectations, and I purchased it, and we hope that some of you will purchase this as well. And I think we can, so without any further ado, let me just pass the mic over to Barbara from Harlem.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It's very hard for me to describe how happy I am to be here today. You know, we came from New York and New Jersey, but it was well worth every mile. And I'm so happy to see so many young people gathered. You have parents who really care about your future and about how you grow up in this world. Number one, we should all be very happy for the fact that we are in the United States of America.
Amen.
This is a country, as the Lord was saying, many of those who were working on our Constitution, most of them were believers. It's remarkable how God used them to preserve our freedoms and our liberties for all of these hundreds of years. And right now, as you're sitting here, I'm seeing our future. These responsibilities will be on your shoulders.
That's right. That's right.
To carry on what has been given to you and what has been started by those who came before all of us.
Amen.
You have a grave responsibility, a tremendous one. But one thing I want you to always remember, don't let anyone tell you that you are any sort of accident.
Right.
That you came from a blob, you came from a this. You were created by God.
That's right.
Always remember that. So wherever you go, and regardless of what people may call you, your definition of who you are comes from heaven.
That's right.
Amen.
You're created
Yes.
in the image of God.
Amen.
When those times come, when you're sad, when you're down, when you're disappointed, knowing that there is a God who loves you, who shaped you, who knows you, and will support you and carry you when you can't walk. Those things will carry you through the storms, and you will help preserve the goodness and the blessings of America. Well, you say, well, this is a black woman. Didn't her slaves come over, her forefathers and foremothers come over here as slaves? Yes, yes, yes. They were among the ones that survived. That's why I'm here.
Come on.
And I know one thing. God was not asleep when slavery took place.
That's right.
In my book, there's a chapter called Thank God. Thank God for slavery. If it had not been for slavery, where would I be today?
Oh, my. Tell it.
I am proud. I am happy. I am delighted that I am an American citizen of the United States of America. So I want all of you to remember, we are here before you. We're paving the way for you.
Amen.
This is such a wonderful gathering to help you start thinking. The presenters that I've heard had me in awe because I learned. The Lord knows more about our history and our founding than many of us know.
Yeah.
Yes.
The professor, he's telling it like it is in these colleges. Because of my daughter, Bibi, I went back to college as a mature person. I graduated in 2006. I went to a college that my baby son graduated from, and he hated it. So I said, let me go and try it. And it was horrible. Every time I put my hands on the door as I entered that institution, I said, Lord, help me as I go into this den of iniquity.
Come on.
Because all they taught was hate America.
Yes, that's right.
You're black, you're a minority. You are oppressed in this country.
Right, right.
They don't teach you to love what God has formed.
Come on.
They don't teach you to love the liberties and the freedoms that our forefathers made sure we had. But I can guarantee you, my young people, I gave them a run for their money.
Come on, boy.
I gave them a run. They asked me all the time, when will you graduate? They couldn't wait. But one thing about it, I beat them at their game so well because I knew how to pray. And I know that I'm made in the image of God. I got out of there with a 4.08 GPA.
Come on.
I graduated at the head of the class. Never forget who you are.
Come on, come on.
Never forget how blessed you are.
That's right.
Regardless of what they say, we know right from wrong. We know good from evil. Socialism, Marxism, communism, they're straight from the pits of H-E-L-L.
That's right.
Amen. Amen.
That's where they're from.
Amen.
All of this global warming. We don't give out carbon dioxide and change the weather. God controls that.
That's right.
Thank your parents for wanting you to have a successful life. Thank your parents. And thank God that you're here
Yes.
at Camp Constitution,
Yes.
being enlightened,
Yes. Absolutely.
being validated,
Yes.
and being told that you're very important to the future of America. Thank you.
Hey.
God bless you.